Yo, still bills. What's the deal, man? Yo, I just got out. I just dropped my daughter off at school. I'm heading to the plantation, man. It's motherfucking Friday. Y'all know how the story go. But peep game, man. Let's get into this shit, man. And that is the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney presser, man. Devin Haney is clearly getting under this dude's skin, bro. Clear as day. Ryan just even when they faced off before the New York face off, bro. Like you could just I don't know, man. He just seemed a lot more witty in the tank buildup of the fight, man. He just can't seem to win a verbal exchange with Devin. And you see him unraveling, man. Now, granted, I'm not gonna cap when the motherfuckers in the crowd start barking on him or whatever, and he said, "I'll just come up there and beat the fuck out of you." I felt that. I felt that because that's one thing that people do in the crowd with the hecklers, man. They get it fucked up. Oh shit. Just because Devin is about to go in here and do what he's gonna do to Ryan, don't mean that you are of championship caliber to do the same. You a spectator in the crowd, Brody. You may even be trained. You may be at an amateur level. You may have a nice amateur background. You ain't at no pro level though. And people get real complacent with bumping their fucking gums to fighters at a certain level from a safe distance. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You dig? At that point in time, it's only a few people in that room who's ready, who's able to deal with him physically. You dig? In a physical altercation, there's very few people in that room who can deal with him. And these spectators, they get real out of pocket. I don't know if it was his entourage or what, but they get really. It's the same dude, the same situation with that, with the nigga out of Errol Spence's camp popping off the bud. Y'all not them niggas, bro. Y'all not just sit in the crowd and chill. You know what I'm saying? You can heckle, but heckle to a point where it's not like you're challenging somebody. Heckling is to be expected. Heckling is to be expected. But when niggas start getting ran down on it, hey yo man, bring that nigga to my hotel room or bring him to this gym right here. We can lace up or we can go bare knuckle. Let's see if you really about that action, if you about that drama. Let me see where your hand game is at. Since you popping off like that, you dig? So I felt that. I definitely did. But what I didn't feel was him, just I don't get how somebody can talk about how somebody looked in sparring to a dude that you quit against after you called him out. You called out Tank rigorously. He went in there and violated you. And because you got violated by him, like you would think, Tank shouldn't even be a dude that you should even be bringing up. Oh, Floyd showed me that sparring footage. And just that quickly, you forgot about what Tank did to you. Just that quickly. Just that quickly, you forgot about what Tank did to you. It was the same thing, Caleb Plant when Bivol beat Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant went on that Twitter tangent. And it's like, you do realize just a fight ago, he knocked you the fuck out. People's minds just be warped and just, deteriorated from reality, Brody. You don't get to talk shit on behalf of another nigga done did. Devin Haney went in there, and even that sparring footage is pieced together. I'm arguing with some dumbass niggas on the fucking post now. It's no integrity with this new generation of fighters, man. Sparring footage didn't get uploaded like that back in them days. It just didn't. It just didn't. You never saw footage of Floyd sparring. You will see footage of Manny sparring, but sparring like up and coming fighters. You dig what I'm saying? Not fighters who are, on his level, to his contemporaries. You never saw that. There's footage of him and Jose Benavidez. Yeah, I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna work with you though. I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna work with you. And other fighters in the gym, and they're just getting work. I'll get in here and I'm gonna work with you. But not his contemporaries. You don't see sparring footage of Tim Bradley and Terrence Crawford. I've been in a B&B gym and I've watched Bud spar. I think his name Bubba Clot. I think that's his name. He's pro. And I watched this dude dropping. I watched Bud dropping. There's no footage of that. Because it's a certain level of integrity you're supposed to have as a fighter. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. And these cats have lost track of that shit, and they run right to sparring, man. Like, I think sparring definitely tells a story. I'm not dismissive of sparring as it pertains to two fighters. I'm not dismissive of that at all, because sparring, it tells a story. Yeah, you're working on technique or whatever, but you're fighting. Those are amateur. It's no different than fighting in the Andes. It's no different than fighting in the Andes. The pressure is a slight bit higher in the Andes, depending on what level you fighting at. But it's headgear, it's all of that shit. It's practically the same thing. And even if you're fighting at the end of the day, you're giving punishment and you're receiving punishment, depending on the level of opposition you're facing off in front of. So sparring tells a story, but it's nuanced as well. It's nuanced as well. Your coach may tell you, man, we doing this today. And if you're at a pro level, you're going to go through a multitude of different fighters, man. There's people, they spar 4-minute rounds with no water to really push your stamina. They do that. They do that. So what I'm saying, like, for you to upload that footage is corny. And for Floyd to even, show you that and send that footage to you is lame as fuck. It's lame. It's like, y'all dudes just don't get me, bro. And even if he sent it to you and maybe he sent that shit to you in secrecy, why would you upload that shit, bro? Because you in your feelings. Because he on your ass. You dudes is different, man. That shit wasn't cool. That shit wasn't cool. And Tank did that. You didn't. You just got smacked on by Tank. Why are you uploading foot? Why are you talking about what Tank did to Devin like Tank didn't do you worse? Even in all them pieced up, that pieced together footage, I never seen Devin touch Earth. You touched Earth twice. You touched Earth in the second round. You saw who was clearly the more put together fighter in there with Tank. I watched you unravel from round one and get put on your ass in the second round. You never looked that puzzled that early in a fight. And right out the gate, you show it's like, you're not at this level. That's what Tank came in there and showed you. So for you to upload footage of Devin getting beat on by Tank like that and piece together footage, it just speaks to a high level of delusion, bro. Because bro. No. That was lame. That was lame as fuck. You dig? And even with y'all smoke, I drink. I'm not even mad at that. I'm not. I'm not. Weed doesn't bother me. I've never smoked a day before in my life. I never drank before a day in my life. You get, what I'm saying? You get blowed and all that shit. Whatever the fuck ever. I didn't like how Devin was like, oh man, it's kids. What about the kids? What about the kids? It's like, fam, all right, let's not forget that you was on IG with watching a little porn chick run game on your ass. You know what I'm saying? She throwing it in a circle all on camera. You did. Kids watch that footage of you too, bro. Like, y'all gotta remember, y'all all everybody has skeletons in their closet, bro. This is why I try not to indict niggas and tell niggas about themselves, because I've done questionable shit. It may not be questionable to me, but to somebody else, it's like, bro, you wrong as 2 left feet for that. That's a serious head scratcher. But both of y'all, it's kind of wild for you to indict him for saying I smoke and I drink. Yeah, it is what it is. I like that he came out and put that shit out there like that. Like, yeah, this is what I do. It's all good though. I don't see how that's a flaw. It's a flaw if if he drink, he's not at Earl's level. You can blow your ganja. I ain't blow that loud. I ain't tripping on that, bro. It's legal in the state of California. It should be legal all over the place unless you're doing primos and shit. And nah, bro, that shit ain't cool. Unless you blowing a stick, nah, that ain't cool. But regular plant out the ground, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, blow that shit. I ain't tripping on that. He got to talking about coke and all that. He's like, I ain't never did coke a day in my life. But you can also see that shit really started bothering him. And then, of course, we come to Bill Haney saying what he said about that toupee with Ryan's dad, and that clearly set him off. And the minute you set somebody off like that, they expose their true colors. I don't get how we live in 2024 and y'all don't understand how inflammatory of a remark that is to talk about black people's hair. I don't get that. I don't get how I don't understand that, man. Black people are still being chastised and ridiculed for their styles of hair. You know, even locks in corporate America is still frowned on. Braids is still frowned on. You dig? Like why? Because these are hairstyles of black people. Locks, braids, you dig? And then now you got the the little Travis Scott type braid things when it's braided down. Just people they frown up on that shit. And when they frown upon that, they come up with these colloquialisms to demonize it, whatever, to justify their uncomfortable, their anxiety when they see it. Oh, he got dreads, he might rob me. He got braids, he's a thug. Little weirdo shit like that. Weirdo shit like that. And now for you your nappy hair, that nappy hair. It's like y'all, Jose Benavidez is Junior. You said that same shit to Charlo. It's like y'all don't get Angel Garcia with Terrence Crawford. What the fuck? How don't y'all understand the historicity of that word, bro? How don't y'all get that? How don't y'all understand that? That shit is problematic. That shit is very much so problematic, man. When you say certain shit, and it's not a personal attack. It's not a personal attack. It's a generalization. You are speaking to everybody that falls up under that generalization. There's only one people on earth who's deemed as nappy-headed niggas. That's us. That nappy hair, the minute we hear that, man, that's, red flags go off, that anxiety heightens, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? You don't see how that's problematic. You just don't, you're that dismissive. You don't understand how that's a problem. Like, y'all dudes is different, man, and it's not cool. It's not cool, and this is the problem when it comes to this black and brown coalition thing, bro. Like, that shit is dead, bro. That shit is not. It's not a thing. It's not a thing, because if it was, you would understand how grotesque of a statement that is, and a lot of them don't get it. Or if they do get it, they just don't want to get it. But they they're above in their hearts, they're above reproach, because I got black friends, or I got a black daughter, or I got a black son. I like black men, I like black women, so they can just get away with saying the little wild shit that they say. And that it's never. Come on, man. B Hop and Derrick James sitting right there. It's like, hey, bro, y'all ain't looking at him. So, hey. Like, come on, homie. That nappy hair, all that because of he made a comment about a toupee. Y'all would have been better off sticking to the pimping shit, because that right there isn't something that's, that we're offended about. Like, just, I'm not fond of pimps. I'll never be fond of pimps. The mindset that goes into breaking a woman down or whatever, it's not necessarily to be admired in a good way, but it's like, dag, if you could just... No, actually I don't, because it's manipulative. It's manipulative. You can get a woman to go out there and depreciate her womb for a profit on your behalf, and put her at all types of risks, diseases, attacks. Because a lot of dudes who pay for that shit is weirdos, and they said they can't get it nowhere else, so I'm gonna go over here and get it. This is an illegal act, so it ain't like you can run to the police. Nah, bro, give me my money, and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna act out this, say this shit right on you. So I'm not fond of pimps neither. So that right there isn't what bothered me. You could have stuck to that, and that would have been, plausible. But he got the teeing off on that hair, and you thought the best way to come back at him was by way of a bigoted remark about his hair. Dude, it's a trip, man. Like, man, it's really corny. It's really corny, and I know that I went right to the LDBC cats the minute they said that shit, because I know they got something to say about this. So I don't stand alone in this. I don't stand alone on that. You dig what I'm saying? I know who to go to. 78 Sports uploaded a video of that shit, as I knew he would, and shout out to him for doing that. Somebody has to be the vanguard on behalf of our people. Somebody has to be the vanguard. Somebody has to upkeep standards. Somebody has to upkeep respectability politics. You dig? It ain't just words. It ain't just no, bro. Because if we said something wild about the Latin demographic, y'all, as y'all should, would take issue with that. That shit is problematic, man. Like, just respect people at the end of the day. It don't cost you nothing to respect nobody. You're that much more of a dignified human being when you can respect somebody, when you understand, yo, that, all right, man, I don't like that when they say that about me, so they may not like that when I say that about them. I just got on some niggas' heads yesterday because, oh, man, what this dude say? Oh, man, Devin Haney about to beat the enchiladas or the tacos out of Ryan Garcia, some shit like that. I'm like, dog. And as soon as he said that, sure enough, here come a Latino, just like Lomachenko beat the fried chicken out of Devin. I'm like, dog, don't do that. I, tag both of them in the response, like, man, y'all gotta chill with all that bullshit, bro. Because once you say something to him that's not personal, you're attacking his genetic makeup. You're coming at him with a colloquialism that's very much so inflammatory to his entire demographic. You're not just speaking to him no more. You're talking to all of us. That pisses me off, man. Like, come on, man. And I know shit like that it's not gonna be long before Latinos get tired of being disrespected. It's only a matter of time before somebody come out in some African garb with all these black people coming out in the Mexican garb. Y'all want to come out and disrespect and be antagonistic and facetious or whatever, and come out in Mexican flags and all that. I got you. Stop doing that. So for him to do that shit and do it twice, it's like, yo, how don't you understand how problematic that is, bro? Fuck out of here. Shit is lame, man. Shit is lame. It's a travesty. I'm not a fan of that shit, bro. Just respect. Respect. It's not that hard of a thing to do. How dare you sit here and talk about some goddamn nappy hair? And nappy hair? Really? Really? Because he teed off on Yo Toupee. Now all of a sudden, oh, that nappy hair. That, just when, people show their true colors when they under a certain amount of duress. When they can't deal with a motherfucker on an intellectual level or even on a witty level, they turn right to that bullshit. Like, come on, man. That shit ain't cool. There's no excuse for it. If you got a toupee, it just is what it is, man. Find something else to talk about that man. Find something else to talk, find an imperfection on that man to talk about. Because his hair ain't nappy. He has thick nigga hair, god damn it, and it's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that Devin Haney checked him on that, bro. I'm glad he checked him on that. Nobody banged on Angel Garcia for saying that shit to fucking Terrence Crawford, and Jamal Charlo didn't bang on Jose Jr. for saying that shit to him. I'm glad that Devin Haney came out. Hey, yo, man, like, you doing these folks is not who they pretend, who they pretend to be, bro. Like, you don't understand how disrespectful that is. You don't understand how disrespectful that is. The shit that you're saying. You don't understand how problematic that is. Because he teeing off on your wig. Fuck out of here, man. Respect people. That's what it all boils down to, man. It's going to be jokes thrown in the presser. That's how you build anticipation for the fight. And this fight look like it's going to be a movie. This might be a movie. I was looking at the crowds or whatever. I'm like, yo, this shit look like this might fuck around, do 400-500 buys, bro. Might do 400-500 buys. That's a vibe right there. But this is how you bring anticipation to a fight. The shit talking, man. But when you get outside of a realm of that and you start disrespecting the people, that's problematic. You call somebody nappy hair, you're not just talking to Bill Haney, Brody. You see, he wasn't talking to Devin Haney, and Devin Haney got on his ass about that. Because we understand, and he's a Muslim, them cats is Muslims. Oh, god damn it. They're Muslims. So they have a heightened level of consciousness attached to them inadvertently. So he got on his ass about that, bro. Like, yo, man, nah, you about to respect me and my people. You about to respect my lineage. You about to respect my genetic makeup. And I'll fuck with that. So yeah, that shit really pissed me off, bro. I'm nappy hair. Dude is a trip, man. You dudes is a trip. And I'm glad he banged on you for that, man. Fuck out of here. Henry Garcia. And if you wearing a wig and all that, yeah. Bang on him. Bang on him. Super bang on him for that. Fuck you talking about. Respect people's heritage. That's what it all boils down to. Respect their heritage, respect my heritage. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about it, man. But Devin Haney is about to beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna go in there rattled, and he just don't got nothing for no Devin Haney. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. He's gonna look even more. He's gonna be. I'll do a breakdown on that later, man. But yeah, shout out to Devin Haney. Shout out to Bill Haney. You dig? Ryan Garcia is actually a dude that we should be digging. Like, yo, man, I fuck with what it is that you doing, man. You going and you take it. We should be, we should be inviting and welcoming of a Ryan Garcia because he's, the fights that he's taking, but it just doesn't seem genuine. It seems like, all right, yo, this is the most profitable fight, so that's the fight that I'm gonna take before I, gracefully bow out. I'm sure he's going in there with the same training, discipline as far as training is concerned that he went in there with Tank. Ryan ain't serious, bro. But it is what it is, man. I'm about to go finish this day out at work, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all be easy, yo. Deuces.